All right, welcome to this section on on Introduction to Amazon Q. Amazon Q is an interactive Gen AI powered assistant designed to transform how businesses interact with data, code, and operations. So let's explore how Amazon Q can uh, improve your productivity or your organization's productivity across multiple domains, from business intelligence to software development and customer service. So Q is designed to integrate seamlessly with your organization's information repositories, code bases, and operational systems. This unique design of Amazon Q allows it to engage in contextual conversations, deliver insightful solutions, and perform actions that align with your organization's goals. So, what is Amazon Q? Amazon Q is more than just a virtual assistant, okay? It's a suite of AI powered tools which are intentionally designed to simplify complex tasks, streamline operations, and boost creativity within your organization. The suite can be categorized into five specialized services. Okay, so Amazon Q for business and Amazon developers, and then Amazon Q in QuickSight and Connect and AWS supply chain. Each service targets a specific operational need, ranging from improving employee productivity to optimizing supply chain management with AI insights. So, Amazon Q Business is designed to elevate employee productivity by providing them access to enterprise data for enhanced decision making and collaboration. As you know, and I've been saying this quite some time, that look, every organization, small, medium, or large, they all have data. They all have valuable asset. They it's hard to get to them because some of it could be an Excel sheet, maybe some in SQL server somewhere, some in a SaaS application somewhere, right? So there is no dearth of data, so to speak. But how do you normalize it? How do you bring it all together? How do you stop making decision on all that data? So Amazon Q for Business is kind of an answer for that. So key features of Amazon Q for Business, and right. So Amazon Q integrates with like over 40 platforms such as SharePoint, Confluence, and Salesforce, providing a centralized search hub. So that gives it a unified search experience. Okay, and Q, you can perform comparative analysis across documents and gain data-driven insight to help your team make faster, better decisions. Now, that's insight extraction that you could very easily, that you could achieve by deploying Amazon Q. Summarization, right? So Q generates summaries of large reports and documents, saving times for employees, right, needing high-level insights. On top of that, it also creates content. So content creation, accelerate your content development for marketing, sales, and engineering teams using AI generated drafts and templates. So what are the benefits of it? Okay, so security and privacy. Amazon Q offers secure data handling with customizable guardrails. So the guardrails that are available in Q are amazing. When we look at it, you'll see. And there are pre-built connectors. There are supports for 40 plus enterprise applications, so you can easily integrate with them. Imagine a scenario where an employee needs a summary of multiple sales report, right? Or wants to compare product performance. Amazon Q simplifies this process. It can offer instant relevant data analysis. Moving on to Amazon Q for developers, okay? So Amazon Q for Developer basically accelerates the software development lifecycle using generative AI capabilities tailored to AWS environment. It can assist with research and coding. So understand AWS services and generate code snippets and full functions based on user queries, right? So you could do that. So uh, you can do debugging and testing, right? So I can identify bugs and provide a step-by-step debugging recommendations. And what is also, code refactoring. So you can optimize and refactor code with minimal manual intervention. So what are the key capabilities, all right? So IDE integration. So it works directly in your development environment, including AWS Toolkit for IDE. Code transformation. So update code bases with minimal effort with ensuring security best practices. So example use case would be a developer working on an AWS Lambda function can query Amazon Q developer directly within the IDE for code snippets or troubleshooting help. Isn't that cool? Very cool. By the way, just a personal note here. Uh, I have difficulty saying develop or developer, and my kids have made fun of me all my life. So I'm very conscious. So when I say developer, I mean developer. All right. All right. Moving on to quick insights. So Amazon Q and QuickSight takes business intelligence completely to a new level, right? It integrates with generative BI capabilities, right? So this service enhances decision making by offering natural language driven insights and visualizations, right? So natural language key features would be natural language dashboard. You can build and modify dashboards using simple language prompts. Like I need to see sales from territory XYZ from August 15th to August 19th, right? It's that kind of a natural language conversation you could have. You could create executive summaries, right? It automatically generates summaries for complex data sets. So you don't have to be explaining everything to everybody, especially, if you want to report up the management chain. Oh, and data storytelling. So interactive data visualizations with contextual narrative and insight generation. Oh, Q in Insight. Q in QuickSight would really impress you there. Okay. So what are the benefits? So it simplifies complex data interpretation. It maintains governance and security while personalizing insights, right? So think of a business analyst. A business analyst can ask Amazon Q, what are the top performing products last quarter? And instantly receive a graphical dashboard with key metrics. So Amazon Q in Connect. Amazon Q in Connect empowers you customer service agents by providing real-time assistance during customer interactions. So real-time support, okay? It offers guidance based on ongoing conversations. So you can be chatting with a customer and you can or you can talking to a customer and you will get guidance based on that, right? So natural language understanding, so it detects the customer intent and provides suggested response. So, you can determine, hey, if the customer sentiment is negative, what kind of how you need to handle them versus if somebody is looking for a new product versus someone is trying to cancel, right? And knowledge interaction. It pulls information from companies' databases for contextual help. Okay, so you can restrict it to your own company's data, so you're not going all over the internet searching for things, right? Uh, it reduces training time for new agents, right? And enhances customer satisfaction with accurate responses. So think of an example would be a new customer support agent struggling with a complex refund issue can use Amazon Q for immediate guidance on company policies and next steps, right? So they can give them their answer. Yeah, it hasn't been more than 14 days. So yeah, you will get your refund. Kindly return your package here and there. Whatever the refund policies are, right? So that agent will be able to resolve that issue and they will feel good about themselves. It will give them confidence. It will make their life easier. It will help them, it will make them like their jobs better. Okay. So AWS supply chain is upcoming, all right? So you'll not see it in the exam, but I just wanted to throw it in here anyway. Amazon Q and AWS supply chain will assist inventory managers and planners by providing real-time insights into supply chain health and operations. And now this is going to be amazing because you can imagine, right? I mean, Amazon history of logistics and management of supply chain is amazing, right? I mean, they're best to none. I mean, they are the best, of course, right? So they've used their deep learning, their machine learning techniques, all of that knowledge that was gained from it. Now what they're will be delivering Amazon Q in AWS supply chain, which key features are predictive insights. You can identify trends and risk with supply chains. You can say, hey, you know what, this deodorant is selling a lot or is going off the shelf. We need to fill it up, right? Or I have there is a thunderstorm in the East Coast, so my delivery to the stores in East Coast is at risk, right? It can also help you with the scenario planning, like test various strategies and view outcome projections, which is very cool. Very cool to watch. Okay. So benefits, it prevents stock shortages and overages. Of course, you're managing your stock to the requirement, and improves operational efficiency with data-driven insights. Use case. A logistics manager can ask Amazon Q for overview of potential shipment delays and get proactive recommendation for rerouting supplies. Think about that, and that's amazing. So Amazon Q in AWS supply chain will be a game changer for Amazon Q completely, right? It's going to give them a lot more a lot more understanding. My recommendation to you would be to jump right in on your AWS console. Search for Amazon Q, click on that, initiate it, right? Stop playing around with it. Okay. So in summary, Amazon Q is a versatile AI-powered solution designed to transform how businesses interact with data, software, and customer engagement. We learned, that from boosting employee productivity with Amazon Q Business to streamlining development processes with Amazon Q Developer, this suite offers tools for nearly every operational area, right? So let's recap it. Amazon Q Business boosts enterprise productivity through intelligent search and data analysis. I would say remember these. Okay, Amazon Q Developer accelerates the software development life cycle with code generation and debugging, right? Amazon Q in QuickSight enhances data storytelling and BI insights. Amazon Q in Connect transforms customer service through real-time AI assistance. And Amazon Q in AWS supply chain, which is coming soon for a smarter, totally out of this world inventory management. So thank you for joining this lecture on Amazon Q. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you. All right, guys, welcome back. So in this lab, I will walk you through Amazon Q Business. I will show you how to create a S3 bucket. I'm hoping that by now you have already have your AWS account. So if you do, you're most likely, in a console. If you go into a console here, I will go to Amazon Q Business, right? So you would see that since I've already created some applications, you will see, but don't worry about it. We'll come back and I'll show you how to create from the start. But I just wanted to walk you through that what is Amazon Q and what does it actually do, right? So let's just go back here before application. We'll go back here. So when you come to this website, there's a lot of information. I would highly recommend getting started with Amazon Q and the documentation. So these are the two really valuable guides, and I'll share these with you, but you can also download it from your own console. All right. So you would see that I am actually logged into my personal account, right? And I'm logged into United States, North Virginia, right? Now, what do I do? And why do I work with Amazon Q, right? So, Amazon Q Business, again, is a generative AI powered assistant that basically answers questions, right? It generates content. So, it's like a chat GPT, right? But your own chat GPT that you manage, you control, you upload the document that you want to be shared, you don't, you put guardrails so that other information doesn't come in. That's why you have Amazon Business IQ. So because this is actually a business or enterprise grade application that allows businesses to uh, adopt AI very quickly. Okay, and there are several use cases you could just walk through, right? So it streamlines search experience. So yeah, definitely you could do that if your company has a lot of data sources, and searching your own documents is becoming an issue. Yeah, either for internal documents or external, you could use it. But you could also use, and I see it more and more being used for content creation, right? So, and to extract key insights. So if you upload like, an RFP, for example, and you want to determine what your capabilities are or whether you should bid on it or not, right? That's one of the places that you can check with. Okay, if you have a lot of other data that's already there, right? So user experience is fantastic, as I'll walk you through. You'll see it yourself, right? So you don't need to be a coder to set up an Amazon Q business. Yeah, you need to be technical savvy. I'm not going to say that you can't understand AWS. You should, and you would need to be successful at it. But you don't need a team of DevOps folks and programmers sitting everywhere and architects engaged in building a real LLM, right? So you're buying basically a service with a lot of foundation models, and you're using those to launch your bot really quickly. Okay, so there we are. You can get, and these are the two related services, and S3 definitely is, because we will use S3 as a source for our documents that I'm using, right, to search based on. All right, so you'll click on get it started, and I have an application here, but if I didn't, it will ask I could create an application. All right, so if I click on creating an application, what what experience are you looking for, right? So the reason I had this was by default checked in, because this is the best way for you to test if your configuration is working, if your data is being retrieved, if your IAM role is properly set up. So that's a quick and dirty way to do it. So APIs are created for all applications, right, in this web experience. Things to note here: when you create a business application, business may securely transmit data from your selected region, but within your geography for processing. So that's an important gotcha, all right, that you have to think about. So if you want to keep the data secure in transit, you'll have to be within your own geography for it. All right, so if you're running a multi-region environment, Q is not for you, at least not today. Maybe it is later on. Okay, so that's that. Let's go and see what other things have already so AWS, I am not an identity provider, so I'm not going to click this. AWS Identity Center, I'm going to keep this as default, and this is the identity center. Now select a user, right? So if I didn't have a user, I will say IAM role. Okay, so I have a, but I'll show you how that is done. Okay, so now I have to collect a selection type. All right, we are just doing a demo, so let's do the whole pro thing here. All right, now these are the application details once I create it, right? Create by Q Business Web Experience. I could do one of the two things. I can say create an open web experience here. If I create an open web experience, let's see where it will take me. Give it a minute. Sometimes it takes time to sync. All right. So it brings me to now start working on an applications here. Okay. You see what I mean? You successfully created the following application: Q Business Application TI4, right? All right. So stay on this for a minute. The first thing that we would do is we'll look at the data sources. So what are the data sources? Data sources basically are where you are getting your information from, right? So no index has been added, so you have to first go and add an index. I will give it number 2. I think currently, all right, number 12 is just fine. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we don't really need the million documents, right? If you want, you could actually start with the starter package. I'm actually gonna go with the enterprise and show you the whole process. Okay, you'll create an index. All right, now you have to create a data source, right? So you go in and you have to add data source. So I have already selected, you see this, some of the, I can for example do web crawler, right? That could be my data source. I could do S3. That's like kind of a recommended. So let's start here. So first thing that you'll do is you'll give it a name of an application. So my demo data. This is document. This is just demo. Silly content. Uploaded. All right. So now that I've done that, the third thing that you have to do is you have to have an IAM role, right, to access the application. So what are the IAM roles here that you are going to need for this application? All right. So Amazon's AWS service role for Q Business is the most appropriate role here. Okay. Now it says enter the data source location, right? So I'll just go and browse my data sources, right? I'll call my data my exam bucket. I'm going to now choose it. If you have created an access control list as to who can configure, who can reach your data, both internally or externally, then you would go ahead and fill this information out. For right now, we don't need this. Okay, so we can either do full sync, right? We can do new or modified, but we are going to leave it for full sync. Sync, I'll just leave it as on demand, right? I don't want to unnecessarily syncing because this is not a production application, right? Now I could go ahead and configure a VPC and security groups here, but let's just stop right here and let's click on add data source. Give it a minute. What you would notice that the data we're waiting for this to go sync now. All right, so give it a minute. I may pause and come back. All right, I'm gonna go back to this application. All right, after the data source, after we've worked with the data source, now let's look at the admin controls and guardrails. All right, so here there's a lot of things that we can do. Okay, we can create a topic control, right? We can we can have a very specific level of guardrails, right? But let's start from the top down. By default, an Amazon Q application generates response from your connected data sources only. All right. So if you wanted to reach some other source, for example, if you wanted to get information from allow end users to send queries directly to LLM allow Q to fall back to LLM knowledge. So if I'm in a real world, you may want to fall back to an LLM if that LLM was your preferred device, right? So close this. All right. And then block words, there's a whole bunch of dictionary you can can just, CSV words, you can block 20 more words, right? And then you just save it, and you have now a backup here, right? So block words, I haven't, okay, let me just put in some block words. Okay, let me add it. No, okay, I'm not gonna use really bad ones, okay? I'll just say sex. Okay, sex. So what else do you want me to put in there? Yeah, intimacy. Let me see. What else? Shit. All right, I can say shit. All right, so I'll just add that, and now I'm gonna save it. So you would see that I have one set of block words that are being blocked here. Now I can go down and create a topic control as well. All right, let's go. I'm gonna name it demo topic. Oh, okay. I'm gonna add example chat messages. So I can say, all right, I'll come back and add them. I have to get these messages, right? For example chat messages. I'll say AIF CO1. Maybe that's the topic people are interested in. Amazon. What other topic that I think people should be coming to me for? Okay, SageMaker for machine learning. Right? What else would you be coming to me for? Bedrock. Why not? Why not? Bedrock. Okay. Now I will save these. Oh, missing required key roles. Oh, sorry. Okay. Answer using enterprise data, or do you want us to, right? All data sources. No, I just want to go with my data source, okay? All right, I'm going to save this one here. All right. Now, if you see that log to the delivery. Now, let's go back to the application, this application. As you would see, the application that you generated has a URL that's been assigned to it, right? So I can click it and start talking to it after, if the data was available. Let's give it a shot. So, okay, I'm gonna pause for a minute and then I'll come back, all right? Now I'm going to assign this new user to a group, all right? This is the construction, and these are the users. I'm going to confirm it first. Now you should see that I have one user here. I can use manage user access. So let's find that user, that IAM role, confirm. All right, so what does this user have? What permission this user has? That's the group. Yeah, this is the add groups and users. Confirm. All right, so now if you would see, this user should have access to. All right, so let me show you how to create, how to work on the IAM Identity Center instance to manage users for Amazon Q Business, right? So as you had seen, we had created a user. Let me just do a quick walkthrough. So IAM Identity Center and user setup can be done either on the IAM Identity Center service or console within the Amazon Q Business console. All right. So in this demo, we'll use IAM Identity Center, but in your demo you don't have to, but this is the best practice. Okay. So you'll go back to your search console. In the search bar, you're gonna search for IAM Identity Center from the services list. Now in the IAM Identity Center, you'll choose to enable it, okay? And so basically, what does it do? And for this demo, choose enable in only this AWS account. Of course, because I'm only using one account, right? Then choose continue in an enterprise level setup, and then choose next to enable, right? After that, you will create user, and I think I showed you how to create user, but well, this is a quicker way to do it too. Next, choose add user, then you know put username, email address, confirm email address, first name, last name, and display name. Leave all other settings as a default, right? So I just and then choose next, add a group. Adding a group is optional, right? So you're gonna choose next there. Now review the details and choose add users. A banner will display showing that you have successfully added the user, right? So once you have done that, uh, you will get the user will get an email, right? So user will get an invitation from the account. Once they accept it, right, they will set a new password, and they'll sign in with their new password, and they will use the MFA to set up the MFA. We'll just simply do a QR authentication code displayed on the authentication app for the user demo, and then we'll choose assign MFA. After the MFA is set up, it will show that the authenticator application is registered, and choose done. Okay. Next, you can text the newly added user, right? Add the username and choose next, and then sign in. Now add the MFA code for the authenticator app that you're using, and then sign in. This user is now accesses to the AWS Access Portal, where any application assigned to the user will be available, including the Amazon queue once we make that available to it. All right. So this was a fire. So, what are the typical use cases for Amazon Q? Let's just start with accelerated content creation. So, using Amazon Q Business, you can accelerate content creation for various business functions like marketing, sales, research, HR, legal, and so on. Uh, this tool assists in drafting blog posts, product descriptions, technical manuals, and even training materials efficiently. For example, you can ask Q Business to write a compelling blog post and three social media headlines announcing the product described in the uploaded document. Or Amazon Q Business will generate content based on your enterprise's knowledge and the uploaded file. Additionally, it can create variations of the same content for different audience segments or marketing campaigns. So you could have something for a technical persona, maybe for a financial persona, right? So you can have all of those variations. Q can produce that for you, right? And Q Business can help create scripts, develop contents for new projects, and generate detailed reports by and by connecting to multiple data sources, and that's really cool, right? This automation reduces the time spent on repetitive writing tasks and allows teams to focus on strategy and creativity and delivering value to their employer. All right, so the second thing is extract key insights from business decisions. So using Amazon Q Business, you can quickly generate a summary of enterprise documents within your repositories, content within systems, and upload files. So this improves productivity and information consumption by providing concise insights from large data sets. So you have a lot of data, but can you make sense of it? Right? And that's basically what it boils down to. For example, you can ask Q Business to create a nicely formatted summary of the customer's feedback on the pricing structure, actually in Slack, or Amazon Q Business will generate a summary to help you understand the essence of the feedback, right? Scaling knowledge and speeding comprehension. So this summary can be further enhanced with sentiment analysis by highlighting areas requiring immediate attention. So, if a customer is about to leave your service, does that call for an additional intervention, right? Beyond basic summaries, Amazon Q Business can assist in identifying patterns and trends across historical data.
flagging recurring themes and key drivers for business performance. It also assists in generating executive summaries for quarterly reports, helping leadership make data-driven decisions quickly, and a lot more. All right, so generate summaries and extract key insights. So using QBusiness, you can generate and extract insights from multiple documents through natural language queries. You can compare documents, ask insight questions relevant to the documents, and more. This makes it easier to perform competitive analysis, track project progress, and summarize key findings from reports. For example, you can ask Q to analyze the two latest customer satisfaction reports from Q1 and Q2 and identify the main differences between them. Amazon Q Business will sift through the reports and provide insights so that you can make faster and more informed decisions. If you had made any changes, what was working, what is not working, right? Furthermore, it can generate visual reports and charts that you can share to enhance your presentation and data insights. And Amazon Q Business can also assist in root cause analysis by correlating findings from different data sets, right? Identifying potential issues and suggesting migration strategies. It supports knowledge sharing by making key insights accessible to stakeholders across departments. Okay. Now let's look at a streamlined enterprise search experience. So using Amazon Q Business, you can you can integrate your enterprise systems and knowledge repositories using pre-built connectors. This provides a streamlined enterprise search experience where users can get relevant responses with the specific source references, saving time spent in manual searches. For example, you can ask Q, where can I find the latest brand guidelines for logo usage, right? And Amazon Q Business will find what you need without having to jump between multiple systems. Because Amazon Q Business understands follow-up questions, you can continue asking questions such as, where can I find a different color sets of logo? And Amazon Q Business will understand the context of the previous question and surfacing the location of the relevant information. So Amazon Q Business also helps with permissions management, right? So you can ensure sensitive documents are only accessible to authorized personnel. It provides detailed search analytics, helping organizations understand content usage patterns so that you can optimize your knowledge management strategies. Okay. So with that, enhanced collaboration and workflow optimization, right? So Amazon Q Business can support collaboration by offering automated workflows for document approvals, content reviews, and knowledge sharing across departments. This ensures everyone stays on the same page with up-to-date information and reduces redundant work, right? So for instance, you can set up a process where marketing drafts are automatically reviewed and approved based on preferred quality parameters, allowing teams to focus more on its strategy and creativity rather than, administrative tasks. Additionally, it can integrate with project management tools to automatically generate task lists and monitor project milestones. Amazon Q Business can also help identify bottlenecks in collaboration workflows, right? So it can provide you insights to improve process efficiency, generate progress reports, and ensure all the stakeholders are kept informed of ongoing activities and achievements. Okay. Now, real-time knowledge and accessibility is really key. So with Amazon Q Business, organizations can manage their knowledge bases more effectively. It can automatically categorize and tag content for easy discovery and recommend relevant documents during project planning or problem solving phases, right? For example, when a team is working on a new product launch, Amazon Q Business can suggest historical performance data, market analysis reports, and previous campaign strategies to support informed decisions making, right? Furthermore, it can help the knowledge base updated by tracking document versions and alerting users when critical updates are available. Also, Also, Amazon Q Business also supports multilingual content processing, and that's so that your global team can access information in their preferred languages. It can assist in compliance management by tracking policy documents and ensuring the latest versions are referenced. So there's a lot you can do with Amazon Q. My advice to you again will be please go ahead and start playing around with Amazon Q.